Hey, I'm Byron with MTB Trailview, and winter mountain biking isn't just for the fatties.
That was a tire reference. Let's light this thing up.
Makes it feel like summertime.
Chasing new trails? We got you. From in the saddle POVs to dialed views and rider tips, we'll help you rip. From first time in the woods to full send, this is MTB Trailview.
Listen, you know how it is. You get to the middle of the winter, you've gained those pounds, and you want to get out and do a little bike riding. Maybe you got all the new components for your bike, but you don't have a fat bike. Do you really need one to ride in the wintertime? And let me give you some tips. So here we are, we're at Bald Mountain South Trails, riding, and man, the conditions are perfect today. The sun is out, it's shining bright, and it's 18 degrees. 18 degrees? That's what people are saying right now. How is that perfect? Well, it's perfect for many reasons, but let me explain a couple things about winter riding. Winter riding is awesome. You can see deep in the woods, it's just beautiful. You choose a sunny day. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. So today I've chosen Bald Mountain South to ride. Why? Well, simple. Snowmobiles are allowed to come here. And I know where snowmobiles are, that usually means hard-packed trails. And that's really what you're looking for in the winter, is it to be hard-packed, especially if you don't have a fat tire bike. So that leads us to rule number one. The number one rule of riding bikes in the wintertime. And that rule is if you're riding and you're leaving tracks behind you, I'm not just talking about like a footprint, but you're leaving grooves behind you, you probably shouldn't be riding the trails. So a good way of knowing whether you should be on the trail or not, if you think you're leaving grooves, you are. And you can simply just get off your bike and turn around and look. And this is what you're looking for. There's no sinking in, there's no grooves. That's when it's good to ride. If you're going to do winter riding, you have to be considerate of others. Well, you say, why? There's nobody out here. It's called trail etiquette. There's many people who ride year-round. And the winter is just as popular as it is in the summertime for many people. Most of those people have fat bikes, makes it easier to negotiate. And most people who ride the trails all the time would prefer that people who don't stay off of them. Why? Well, here's why. So in order to get a trail to look like this and feel good and be so smooth like it is and have it run like it's summer, that's what it feels like right now, it takes a lot of work. So many mountain bike clubs will go out and they'll take the time to groom it, either with a snowmobile or a drag behind. I know last weekend, the Guinness bikers went out to Addison, and the men and women of that group put on snowshoes and packed it all down. So there's a lot of work that goes into maintaining these trails. So earlier I said 18 degrees, perfect. And you might say, that's not perfect, that's freezing cold. The reason it's perfect is because I can take my skinny tired bike like this out here, and I can ride this, and it's not gonna hurt the trail because it's hard pack, nothing's melting, and I'm just going across the frozen top. If the snow is melting, if there's slush in any way, please don't ride it. Why? Because when you go across slushy surfaces, you're gonna leave grooves in this nice hard packed trail. And then at night, when it gets cold, because it is still winter, those grooves are gonna freeze and they're gonna leave frozen grooves, and it makes it awful to try and ride with those grooves in it. And the people who had gone out and groomed these trails and worked so hard on them because they're year-round riders, they're gonna be pretty upset. and I don't blame them. So that's the etiquette. Can you ride these trails on a skinny tire in the winter? Absolutely. I'm doing it right now, and it's excellent. So that leads us to what to wear when you're riding in the wintertime. Well, that's personal choice. Everybody has different tolerances to the cold. I try and make it pretty simple. I wear a thin pair, not a thin, but insulated pants that are kind of thin because I know I'm going to work up a sweat. I wear a hoodie with a windbreaker. In this case, I have some lightweight boots, and my gloves, they're pretty thin. They're made of almost like a neoprene type substance, but they're thin. I can feel everything. They're not too big and bulky. They're perfect. It's all about comfortable. I feel like if you have too much on, you're going to be bulky. It's not going to be a comfortable ride. You're going to end up sweating. Then when you sweat, that turns to cold, and then you freeze. So that's no good. I used to work for National Geographic Discovery and History Channel. Worked on shows like Deadliest Catch and Ice Road Truckers. And boy, talk about having to weather the cold. It was routinely, 40 and 50 degrees below zero when I was working. And one of the things that we did, instead of using, hot fingers and things that you put in your socks that are bulky and only heat you in one area, and that usually makes you sweat too. A little trick we used was putting cayenne pepper. Yeah, just the regular sprinkle pepper that you would use as spices in your soup or whatever. Put that in your socks and in your gloves before you go out. I know it sounds crazy, but it promotes circulation, and it will actually keep you warm. It's pretty amazing. Give it a try. Here's another tip. Never stop riding. If it's cold out like it is today, it's 20 degrees, and you stop, even though it looks beautiful, if you stop for a rest and you sweat, that sweat's going to turn into cold, and then you're going to be miserable. Another thing you might want to consider is letting some of the air out of your tires. So you don't ride your tires like you do in the summertime. I like to drop the pressure in my tires down to about between 10 and 12. Because it's cold out, they're more firm anyway. I feel like you get a little bit more traction, and just overall, the lower tire pressure helps compensate a little bit for the tire being skinny. It's not a perfect fix, but it's certainly helpful. So here's a good little tip. If you're going uphill, to avoid spinning the back tire in the winter, if you're on a skinny, sit back on your seat. Make sure you get your weight over the rear tire. Might even want to drop your seat just a little bit, but that will help get you the traction and be less spinning. If you find yourself spinning and digging in, once again, just get off and push so you don't wreck the trail, because if you're spinning, you're digging, and if you're digging, you're hurting the trail. So yeah, just get up, push, and then continue on. So I think that about covers it. Again, it's just all about trail etiquette. Don't mess up what others have created. Don't leave grooves. Just don't leave grooves. Simple as that. Makes it impossible to ride. And then be prepared as far as clothing. Ride comfortably. Try and pick a day that's sunny out, not windy. You'll have an extraordinary time. And try and find trails that allow snowmobiles, cross-country skiers, stuff like that, because those trails are pretty well groomed. Make sure that they allow mountain bikes. Don't go and jump on somebody else's trail. Again, all about etiquette. Have a great time out there with your winter rides. I always appreciate the feedback. Hit me back with some comments. Until next time, have a great day. And thanks for watching MTB Trailview.
If you're into finding new epic places to ride, keep digging through the channel. There's plenty more to explore. And while you're at it, hit subscribe and let us know what you think in the comments.